Welcome back to Spell Checker tutorial. This is part 5, the toUpper and toLower methods. We will create methods, the toUpper and toLower methods, that will allow us to convert a string from whatever it is. If it's a capitalized word, it will be able to convert that string into a word with all uppercase letters or a word with all lowercase letters. And this is important in this program because, as we can see when we click over to the dictionary, every single word is in lowercase letters. Now, if we were to try to check a word, like say we were going to check the word ago, and that was in our input text. So when it runs through here, it won't be able to find it because it checks, it's case sensitive. So we would not be able to actually be able to find that word, and it will output as incorrect. So we're going to create our method headers up here, and these are going to be just strings this time. So string toUpper, and this one will have a parameter of a string, and we're going to call that one toChange. So that's the one we're going to change to change. And string toLower. Oops. And that one will also have a parameter of the same thing. So obviously the toUpper one will return a string that is the same string that you put in the parameter, except for it's all uppercase, and the same thing with the toLower, except for it will be in lowercase. So we are going to write the actual method headers, write the actual method down here, and we're going to say string toUpper. That's the one I put first, right? Yeah, toUpper, string toChange, and we're going to open close parentheses, and string toLower, and string toChange. Now, in these two methods that we're going to be creating here, we will actually use the algorithm class that we included up here. So that's why we needed to do that. Now, the function that we're going to be using is called transform. So transform. Transform. And we're going to say toChange dot begin. Not toChange dot begin with the parentheses after, comma, toChange dot end, open close parentheses, comma, and toChange dot begin, open close parentheses, and two colons, and then toUpper. Now, the reason that we have to do this big long line right here is because normally this transform method is for data types of char, and since we are using strings right here, we have to use the algorithm part to actually change the variable without having to like loop through the word and change every single letter on its own or something like that. So, and then right after that we're going to do return toChange. Now that has been capitalized. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to copy, Control C and Control V right here, and instead of putting the toUpper, we are just going to put the toLower. Now we should build the solution. And it is complete, and since we are not actually going to be calling these two methods from the main method, we will be calling them in a method that we have not created yet. So we can just minimize those for now, and those will be important later in the code. Thank you for watching, and make sure to watch the next 2 videos to complete your project.